Hey guys, quick editor note before the video begins. The audio is a little bit wonky in this video because my dumbass didn't record it right. But my friends and I have been trying for months to get a podcast started, and so our first episode, the audio quality is not going to be great, but it's at least serviceable enough to, be the first video. And then over time, it will get better. Just apologize for the audio quality in this one, but next video should be much better. So, anyways, thanks and enjoy the video.
Voiced
I thought that
by
was fucking sick.
Johnny Young Bosch.
Who's that?
Ichigo, all the one of the most famous anime
We're not
voice
talking about that
actors.
trash anime, bro. Come on, Naruto.
You hate, but you know you love it.
No, I mean it
Okay.
had its moments, but like it's funny. Him and I were just talking in the car yesterday. We were going to the store, and like I watched all of Bleach to tell you that it still sucks.
It's not done,
Because
so you
it's-
haven't. Okay, this is the what's it? Podcasting in the Rain, named to be decided fully. This is that we'll try this out first, but basically this is gonna be our podcast. Hey, I'm Titus. We have a co-host here.
I'm Dylan.
Anthony?
Today we're going to be talking about one of the big three of anime in Naruto. I honestly, I mean controversially, but like I think it's the best of the big three. Ooh, fighting words for them people out there. But it's like one of the most popular ones, and like it's been around since the 2000s. It's been almost 20 years now. And this fool finally finished it.
I did
Finally got through it all.
about a week ago.
So tell me what you think. What do you think about the whole series?
It's
Thing.
badass, yeah. I like it a lot. It's fucking sick. All the characters, the backstories. Like Naruto himself is actually really cool. How he becomes like literally zero to hero.
Yeah.
Like how the whole village despises him and scared of him and treats him like crap. And then like right after the pain fight, he becomes like the hero of the village and everyone wants him. And yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, and it makes you wanna like cheer for him too, you know?
I'm so glad we finally get to talk about this. So now, who's your favorite character?
Itachi, man.
Itachi. Yeah.
Itachi all the way.
It's
The greatest shinobi ever.
Yeah. Why? Elaborate.
I would say he sacrificed probably the most out of everyone there.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure. And if it wasn't for him, I don't think they would have won.
Oh,
be
definitely
honest.
not.
Because even when he was dead and he got brought back to life, he helped stop Kabuto, right? And then got rid of all the reanimated shinobi and shit.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. I mean, he literally was ordered by the third Hokage to, commit genocide on his own clan
Yeah.
and all that shit. And, just a man with a mission, man. He stuck to his mission the entire time. He has like the most unfortunate backstory out of like any anime character that exists.
For real.
Just period.
Bro, and then he's just sick. Like his fighting style, like that twist right after his fight with Sasuke, I was like, jaw
Literal
drop.
mouth drop.
Literal mouth drop. I was like, what?
Well, it's basically like that whole it's similar to I guess what Elden Ring's like whole millennia the Blade of Nicola where you like okay I beat this person, wait there's a second phase.
Oh,
Are you kidding me? Yeah. Like saying like, oh, is that all you have? Sasuke? Like, oh, okay. Oh shit, he's still around? What?
Dude,
He's still fighting?
That was legit what I thought too when Sasuke brought down the lightning. I was like, oh shit, he finished him. And then he was like, wait. There's more. I was like, what?
You
He
haven't seen
survived?
you haven't seen my final form
Yeah.
yet.
And then one of my favorite like scenes is him walking towards Sasuke. At the very end, like with his arms like this, and like Sasuke's scared shitless.
Oh yeah.
He can't do anything. And then
Like he's still strong. He's
yeah,
still
and
coming at
just
me.
the whole walk towards him, I was just like, it was cool.
If he had been in his prime, who would even come close to his abilities? Like
See, I've read online too of people saying like Itachi versus Obito or Madara, And as strong as Itachi is, I don't know if he can go toe to toe with them.
I
think he
think
probably could.
maybe
think so?
Obi
Yeah.
like Obito. I think he probably could. Madara though.
Yeah.
Madara's a fucking
Madara
beast.
is a whole nother thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's like that dude lived through war.
Well, but yeah, but like where Madara, you know, like was like the strongest, like no one was better at deception than Itachi. He was like a true fucking shinobi, like to the T. He was the master of deception.
His genjutsu out of anybody
yeah.
else was like top notch amongst all the Uchiha of anybody. Like, okay,
He probably could find a way to control Madara.
I don't know,
Like,
bro.
dude.
Madara broke out of his reanimation too.
Yeah, that is true. But like, I don't know, man. It's just Itachi's just so fucking good. He's so strong.
Yeah, but like, I do agree with that though, cause like he's been through war, so he have been through like hell. There's nothing you could do I've already haven't seen. Itachi.
Okay, so let's go down a list of like who he probably could or couldn't beat. So you guys are saying no to Madara. How about what about Kaguya?
Kaguya?
Yeah.
The random Joker
The
for
random,
like the third
yeah.
act.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it still warrants
I
conversation.
don't know, because who the fuck else could go against Kaguya besides Naruto and Sasuke, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true because they did have like the lineage of like
That's
her
what I'm
son's
saying.
powers,
Yeah.
right?
The only reason why they beat her is because
because they were the chosen
they were the
ones.
chosen ones. Yeah.
I think-
No one else could really
I think anyone from the family of the Sage of the Six Paths can't count.
Yeah,
it's like that
exactly.
does not their common sense does not match with everyone else's kind of thing. You're like you're on a whole nother realm of thing.
Well, no, I wasn't saying Kakashi, but Itachi would love Kakashi.
Oh yeah, I mean,
He
did
kind of
fuck
did.
him up. Yeah.
He kind of did.
Exactly. He really did.
Yeah. Pain? Yeah, he could probably defeat Pain.
Uh,
As much as I hate to say it, because Pain is like, you know, my all-time favorite like anime character. But yeah, he could.
I don't know. What do you think?
That
one's interesting.
yeah, man, Pain.
Does
Pain
Itachi know about Pain's powers?
I would assume so,
Okay,
because
because if he
Itachi.
does, then I'd kind of edge more towards Itachi.
Yeah.
If they meet randomly in the street, you know, like he doesn't know who Pain is.
Like unprepared,
unprepared.
he'd probably lose. Then,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think he'd probably lose.
Yeah.
So favorite villain, I guess, if we're gonna go towards this route, like what would you say out of this whole series? I know I probably know what yours is.
This world shall know pain.
Yeah, that guy.
Pain's fucking dope.
I bought this hoodie 2-3 weeks ago, and I wear it every day, and I'm never taking it off. It is part of me. It's starting to attach to my skin. I just spray cologne on just to make it smell decent.
And he's
I
like,
never take it off.
Hydrate the musk.
Yeah, exactly.
Pain.
Pain.
So repeat it to yourself.
He's
several
fucking
times,
muttering
pain.
in his sleep.
Gee, excuse me, sir. Do you have a moment to talk about my Lord and Savior Pain?
Dude, that'd be a good skit. You going door to door saying that. You have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior Pain.
Easily.
You
one
slam
of
the door on
greatest.
your ass, and you're like,
Peace to the world.
planetary destruction.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But favorite villain?
Is it Pain?
Pain is up there, bro.
Mm.
Yeah, Pain is up there. I would have to say Madara though.
Madara.
Yeah,
That's
that makes
solid.
sense.
That's
Yeah,
solid.
he's the mastermind behind Eric. Well, obviously Zetsu is right, but before that, Madara is just
Yeah.
as soon as he comes on the screen, he just schools everyone.
There was-
he commands the fucking screen,
That's what
man.
I'm
Like
saying,
he's such a
yeah.
presence.
There was like a favorite scene I had when he first initially came to thing where they were about to face off with him. We're gonna run at him, and you can see the sweat dripping off of everyone's damn head. You're like, oh god, he's a legend.
Hmm.
Oh god. Oh shit, we're gonna die.
The fact, dude, and like also like in like the ninja war, like it took everyone from all the villages just to try to take down Madara and Obito. Just two fucking people.
Yeah,
it took everyone.
Honestly, just
whole
Madara.
world.
He was fighting everyone on
Yeah.
his own. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, cool. I've dealt with this before. I don't care. I don't care.
Oh, what's your Madara actually? Is also
See,
one of my.
There's gonna be my lean, because I'm
Mhm.
like, you can't. That's the dude who's the most unkillable mother. He's the cockroach of the whole series. No matter if you think you got him, he Horcrux himself like Voldemort into another fucking thing. And you're like, oh yeah, you forgot about this thing here, but now you forgot long enough about it that he's back.
And it's crazy because Orochimaru, like all the other villains, are connected in a way. They are. They're all connected in a way to the story. Orochimaru is the fucking random ass person that just wants to do his own thing. He is like the Joker of the whole series, really. Like he just wants to.
He's almost kind of like the fulcrum for like all the story events too, because it starts all the way in like the second season when he comes across Sasuke.
Yeah.
He's the one that mastered the reanimation jutsu from the second Hokage and started using it.
Yeah,
He's the one that
because
taught
of him.
Kabuto that and sent Kabuto on his path. Like, dude, Orochimaru just had his fucking fingers in everything.
He really
He pretty
did.
much like was like the whole cause.
The only thing I didn't like was when he died. Well, died to Sasuke because I guess I had this higher expectations. Like I thought it was gonna be a big battle, but it kind of wasn't.
And like a snake, he's like, I just slithered away and he came back again. Like, hey guys, I'm back.
Are you talking about like whenever Sasuke absorbed him? Whenever
Yeah. When Sasuke left him, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That part was so sick.
I mean, like it was sick, but it was like you were saying, kind of anticlimactic. I thought it would be a better battle.
Yeah.
Like shit, the battle he had with was in Naruto when he was rampaging with with four tails on.
Oh yeah.
I was like, whoa, this guy, he just threw his up like gates. He's like, his neck stretches, his long ass blade coming down, still keeping him down. I was like, okay.
Dude, I fucking love Naruto's, like, I guess we can call it rage form.
Yeah.
Like it's so sick. The way they draw him, it's like he's like this, like, I don't know, like the way they draw him, like it's all like the blood and kind of like this like fiery blood complex that they give him and shit. And the way he like morphs his body and like he'll even like create like just random parts of like the nine-tailed skeleton and shit to like extend his tails and all that.
Yeah.
And every time like he gains a new tail, he just gets like more and more
More
ridiculous and feral.
Yeah.
And he loses
One
himself.
of the moments that made me really think, like, rethink the show was kind of the first arc of original Naruto when he first brings out what do you call it, the Nine Tails energy.
Yeah,
Right?
the red chakra.
Yeah, you see his eye against
You talking about the bridge arc?
the bridge arc.
yeah.
Against what's his name?
Zabuza.
Zabuza, yeah.
And Haku, I think.
Yeah, when they're in Haku's mirror dome and he comes out, I was like, oh, alright, so this is different. This is not what I thought it was.
Yeah, no, this child has an evil
Yeah,
in him.
exactly. I was like, alright, there's some evil demon shit in him and
Right. Then like it and that's like what that was. And then is what they go into like the tuning exams and then but then like once I guess Orochimaru first appears and goes against the third Hokage, bringing back the first two. You're
one
like,
of my favorite fights.
oh, okay, this battle, this is kind of a banger of a show.
Introducing you like to the types of battles that are about to come,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
showing you
That
how
was like
crazy
literally
they
one
can
of the
get.
first battles that I was watching. I was like, oh, this show's different. Like,
Way different.
yeah.
Okay.
This is badass. It's literally one of my favorite fights.
You get like cool fights here and there, but then up until that first fight, all of a sudden like just shit just fucking goes down. You see like all like the fucking nature of the elements just being used to their full force.
And then the third Hokage
Shit,
keeping up.
Yeah.
And basically wins, but also loses, right? Like
Long live the third.
Long live the third, bro.
Long live the third.
He took down basically the first, the second, and almost Orochimaru, his arms basically, all on his own, using shadow clones. It was like
One of my favorite scenes is that moment when he's sealing Orochimaru's arms and he's dying. Like I watched that battle a few times on YouTube. Like, I did. I had to rewatch it.
Of course, yeah.
Fucking so he's dying, right? And then his eyes are opening and closing, and he sees Orochimaru, and like his face is evil as fuck. Like he's just angry. But then it changes Orochimaru from how he's looking now to when he's looking at as a kid. That's how the third Hokage sees him, right?
It
It
was his pupil. Yeah.
And I was like, oh wow, like actually, it kind of just makes it hit harder.
And then the fact you find out that like, oh, he's one of the legendary Sannin. And he like used to be on Lady Tsunade and fucking Jiraiya's team. And just like, Jesus, dude. Like that's what I love about like the storytelling. I mean, for the most part, besides a few points here and there, which I can't think of off the top of my head, like they have everything set up from the very beginning. To the reason why Kakashi is always fucking failing his students because of this whole thing that happened with Obito. and
yeah,
then everything, and then
Yeah, it's like he needs
everything
to
like Itachi
try to solve
himself, and
his old
just
cruise.
they're like if you like even go back and like rewatch the series, like you can you notice the breadcrumbs that like were already like set in stone. Like this was all fucking thought out, pre-planned, and it's just such good storytelling, man. That's why I love shit like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think one of my favorite fights, at least coming out when I kind of like thought like, oh, okay, this might be some crazy stuff, is when Rock Lee and Gaara had their fight.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which was like, okay, who's this guy? He looks like Bruce Lee. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. He maybe has some cool martial arts. He's just good at that. And then takes off those those ankle things. Like, oh, wow, what's that? Okay, it's just some weights. And then he just destroys the floor. You're like, what?
Yeah.
How is this guy walking?
Everyone's like,
There goes the
Getting
enemy.
the gasp.
Basically, and then he nearly wins against Gaara, who's like, I have a cheat. I have the Jinchuriki, the Shikaku or whatever, first tail in there. And
Yeah, which is honestly, it's such a big fucking deal too, because dude literally only uses taijutsu, and his first match with him almost fucking takes
with
Gaara
a tail
down.
beast user. I was
Yeah, like damn.
that's unfair.
Right.
That's kind of unfair. They have all the chakra.
Speaking of Gaara, as much as I love him, he feels so unutilized, especially in
I was
Shippuden.
just about to say they kind of nerfed him after Naruto.
They're
Well, I mean, like, in the very opening of Shippuden, like, he does have his own kind of like mini arc, but even though he does get captured, that whole fight with what was his name, Datara, I think.
Datara,
Yeah.
easily
I
the
don't really
weakest,
like that much either.
the weakest Akatsuki
Yeah.
member.
But I mean, still, like, that whole fight was cool, especially when he's using the sand to like protect the entire fucking village, catching all the bombs and shit that he was throwing down. Thought that moment was cool, but like, yeah, man, I wish they gave him. He's the fucking Kaze Kage. We should have seen some like crazy Kage shit come out of him like from the third. We just never really get that.
He would have if he wasn't protecting, because like I think wasn't it Tsunade was pretty much the same way when Pain attacked, and she's like, I have to literally keep everyone alive. That's all I can really do. I would go all out, but then like massive amounts of our village would die.
Yeah.
So like. People first, man. That's how leaders are. People first.
Not to keep talking about Pain, even though it's a great subject, one of the best subjects of all time. But what did you think about whenever he like initially like destroyed the fucking village?
Oh, dude, I was
like this is gone.
Yeah, he's a god.
You're like, if he didn't have Naruto, if he knew Naruto wasn't even here, like he would just wipe this whole village out of the blink of an eye.
Dude,
he didn't
not
even
only
talk to
does
anyone.
he do that, but then he fucking makes a meteor too, right? Like towards the end of the fight.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no stopping him. Like he's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I remember like back in the day, like watching that episode for like the first time. Does like the almighty push, and then the hidden leaf is just fucking gone. I'm like, what the? Holy shit! Okay,
shit. Like,
fuck, shit's getting real, bro.
You can't do that with telekinesis. I'm like, that's just the heights of like the power you can reach. I'm like, okay.
And I don't sure thought everyone died. I was like, what?
Me too.
Well, a lot of them did, but like he used a jutsu.
I know, but before the jutsu, right? I was like, dude, he literally just wiped out the entire village.
Fucking Kakashi dies, and I'm just like, no.
I didn't believe that. I did not believe it until I saw the funeral.
Honestly, I was gonna be like, if there had to be any place that Kakashi would die, you know what?
Yeah.
I could deal with him dying to Pain like that, because I'm like, he fought and he tried.
I'm so happy he didn't die, because like Kakashi is like my second favorite character. Like he makes that show for me so much. He's also another character for me. Like he just has like such a presence when he's on screen. Like it's just there's never a dull moment whenever he's like part of anything, dude.
What I like about him is like literally everyone in the world knows him.
Yeah, and respects.
He's so popular. You're like, he's the copycat guy.
I mean, he fucking trained Itachi too, which is saying something.
Which is, well, I mean, give more credence to the Sharingan. Like, that's how powerful that thing was. That like, if you had it, you're like, everyone. If you're not facing other Uchiha, you're like, they're gonna probably lose. And that's how powerful the Uchihas were until they got massacred. And you're like, oh, you're one of the few people, so. You are this guy. You use it specifically to master and copy all other fucking jutsus that people use. Like, okay, I got it. That's your thing. You show it in front of him, he'll probably copy it, and he'll probably use it against you at almost the same time too. Like,
one thing I don't like about that aspect of a Kakashi is that like you don't really see him doing a whole lot of other jutsus.
that's
You know,
true.
like he has like maybe like 5 main jutsus that he uses.
That's true.
And he's the copycat ninja of like 1,000 jutsus. And...
Well, but then like also, if I remember right, I might be wrong because it's been so long. But like he also doesn't really like using his Sharingan because that was Obito's eye that he had, right?
Yeah, he
I
wasn't
think it was
used to
more of kind of like a respect thing. He used it when he had to, but like he kind of just kept it just to like always have a piece of Obito with him. He didn't like really like using it. I mean, even though he did use it quite a bit, so
Well, I think it drains him
that could
too.
be a reason.
Yeah.
Though yeah, that and it drains it because
Yeah, 'cause he's not a Uchiha.
because they're just built to have more stamina, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, because it drains so much of you that like you need a lot of stamina
Mhm.
to maintain and use it. So it's like you have to be, if you're not a Jinchuriki, you have to be like you have to be an Uchiha to use it, or you're just gonna be like, I can't even use it. I barely can use it.
Dude, there's so many like complicated like rules and like laws and shit in the universe, and it never and like the thing I always appreciate about an anime, like what makes an anime, what separates a good anime from a great anime, is that like Naruto never breaks any of its universe's laws. It always stays in tandem with how that world should fucking work. And there's no like cheap cop outs. It's like, oh yeah, well,
I don't know about that.
what
The
you mean?
Izanagi?
Izanagi? What
Yeah,
about him?
the other.
Oh yeah, rewriting reality.
Yeah, and then the other version of that was the
Is Izanami and
Izanami?
Yeah,
those are like kind of just
where you
You
loop.
think so?
yeah
Yeah.
those are just like how do you say it, like
Yeah, because I guess they don't deal with like any kind of like natural elements
no,
per
it's
se.
literally rewriting reality.
But I mean, like,
True, but it did.
I mean,
the drawback was
couldn't time be
big enough.
considered? Couldn't time in reality be considered like a natural?
Well, they do
element
say
though?
that, right? It deals with light and space and time,
Yeah.
and
just gets a little out there
It-
for
that-
an
to me-
Aijutsu.
Yeah, to me, it was just a little too convenient, like.
But I mean, if you think about our reality, isn't that something that we'll eventually be able to manipulate and shit?
Right,
Because
yeah.
there's like that same theory with like time traveling, how you have to manipulate those same principles.
Even if
So
that
it
is
could
true,
be-
it's
could be
not true.
possible.
It's not true at the
not-
conception of this whole show. So that's not, you can't use that.
Can't. All
They,
right.
it's not like they knew this is like whatever happens in the future is going to happen. You're like, oh, this is how these eye powers can control the fabric of reality. I'm like, okay.
What I do like though,
Okay.
that what they do with the Sharingan and Mangekyo and the Izanagi is that like it hurts the user
Mhm.
the more you use it.
Well-
Well that kind of limits the OP-ness of the eyes, right?
Well, I mean, like it's like a one-time use.
exactly,
actually.
Yeah.
which I like because it limits. It's not a cop out every time. You have one chance.
Yeah. So it's a get out
I
of
do
jail
like
free
that.
card.
But yeah, but like since it's like a one-time use thing, essentially, doesn't that kind of add more like credence to?
You're
its
right. I do
believability?
like that part of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it just
That's why it's
just
fine and it
still-
balances out. Yet it still is a super powerful cheat. You're like,
Mhm.
you shouldn't be
That
having
yeah,
that.
that like pretty much no one can use though, except for those
Well,
two.
true. I mean, you could use it if you're a chip, but it's like one of those things. So like, as bad as it'll get, you can try to do it, and then at the last minute, if it doesn't go your way, you're about to die. You're like, nope, and then you're like, okay, you got that one.
Yeah,
cheat
then that's
card.
that one. Then you don't have it anymore though, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean that's why I'm like, it's okay, but it's still a little one of those. It's kind of out there sort of ability.
All right, I think it fits, but we can agree to disagree.
What one of the things though that they did drop is and you remember you pointing this out, the Byakugan.
Yeah.
One of the
Oh,
like
yes.
it's supposed to
Don't
be
even
on
get me started
par.
on the whole Neji and Byakugan. Bro. It is the most like underused aspect of that whole show. It's probably the one thing I don't like about the show is them not utilizing that. Cause fucking Kaguya has Byakugan.
hmm
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
You know,
yeah.
it's actually because she
Amorogo
used that.
has no, not Amorogo. His brother.
Yeah, his other brother that survived.
What's his name?
I don't even
I
remember.
forgot his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had Byakugan. It was like the original
Mm.
fucking eye jutsu thing.
That's
And-
just how unimportant it is. You can't even remember the names of the people that had it because it wasn't useful until like it wasn't used at all basically till Kaguya at the very end, who was also kind of like I would call Kaguya a cop out villain. I did not like
You're right. But
her,
even
like,
in the
at all.
original Naruto, they describe it as one of the three eye jutsus, right?
Yeah.
It's the Sharingan, Byakugan, and
But I
Rinnegan.
think they always said that like, it was always a lesser power compared to the
It was,
Sharingan
yeah.
though.
But still,
Well,
I feel like they
it was
could
like the
have
same family or
they
something
could
like
have.
that.
But then it's a lesser that's just a lesser version of the Rinnegan in a way, kind of thing, right? Because
Yeah.
it's this one of those things. I'm like, well, you kind of just utilize it, like use it more, or like I don't know, show Neji more.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they
Neji should have been such a badass character.
they shafted so many characters in Shippuden, and I get it for the story. You had so much you needed to focus on, but like Rock Lee kind of got dropped, Neji kind of got dropped. I mean, like a lot of Shoji, they never went anywhere with Shoji. Well, I think Shoji was pretty.
Can I interrupt
cool.
you really quick? Something that bothers me about Rock Lee is that like, do we ever get another like drunken monkey fist fight after that first time?
We never did.
Like, I thought that was such a fucking sick idea
and
for him as a character, and it never get used again.
Which was
what's that guy's even name that he fought? Like
The bone guy.
yeah.
Kimimaru.
Kimimaru. Damn, you got an insane memory, bro, with all these Japanese names.
Sometimes, yeah, it does. A lot of them just.
Yeah, like that fight was so cool, but like even then, like they didn't use it as much as I wanted them to in that fight with Kimimaru either. I was like, man, that would have been such a fucking cool concept because he Bruce Lee and then the whole drunken monkey fist.
With Jackie Chan, yeah.
Is that Jackie Chan? Okay, yeah, because I remember like we were watching a montage like one night like a month or two ago. We were watching like the drunken.
Yeah, so he basically was like,
fighting technique.
he started off like copying Bruce Lee, and then they did the drunken fist copying Jackie Chan, and they're like, all right, we got out of the people to copy. We're not going to use them for anything.
There are some
Cool.
there are some things that they introduced that they just never use again, which fucking sucks. Like, do we ever get the fucking the Wukong summon again either? That was the third Hokage summon, remember?
Oh, no, I
Like,
wish they did.
they never used him again
like,
either.
Yeah, I like that.
And he was
that was cool.
Yeah.
I do think though that like because the way it seemed, it like most notable characters that high level ninja had like one, they had their own summon animal kind of thing. Like Kakashi had his dogs. They call it Tsunade had her slugs. Or the Sanin have all their jutsus, and then.
But the thing is
had
that like
them,
other people can use them. They just have to be they have to have the scroll passed down to them from whoever's using them currently to do the blood pact.
And
That's how Naruto gets the
I'm just
Toad
thinking
Sage.
like maybe
Toad
it's
Sage's power.
maybe they're not like they're a special, not a special case, but like there's a limited group of people who are qualified to, same with like change in chakra nature, right, where you can like I can add an element. Those are things that unless it's like part of your bloodline, you kind of don't do that unless you're a special type of person that I'm just going to learn how to do that kind of thing. Because apparently it's a lot of training to go through. It's not that's something that everyone can do. It's just high level stuff that they never really go too much into as much. I mean, like they do have all these elements, but what I would have loved more would be like maybe a whole arc on the summoning animals, because
where summoning even came from.
Right, like there's where summoning even came from.
Been kind of there.
Where the animals come from, because I'm trying to remember.
I think we do get shown like the first like Toad, whatever.
Yeah, like Toad Mountain, Toad Sage Mountain or whatever.
Yeah, we do get shown him in the beginning because he's talking to like one of the two brothers.
Yeah.
And when we get
and like it's at a space somewhere. Can you find it? Can you literally travel there? And then how many clans are there? All these animals that are like have these powers and have these like clans of like they're all warriors too. They're like they're pretty much ninjas themselves. They're just animals, and then they have all these other things they can do.
Yeah.
But they never really go into that,
And missed opportunity too, because that'd be cool.
It would be dope. Top 5 fights.
Well, my number 1 is the pain fight, obviously. Okay. My number 2 is probably the Sasuke and Itachi fight.
Okay.
3 would be
be in order.
No, I know. I'm just thinking like my favorites. Like My third one would be probably the final fight between Naruto and Sasuke.
Yeah.
Because that was
I
very
almost can
very
say
therapeutic.
every single their all their fights with against each other is one big
Yeah,
fight
I'd say
because it
so,
kind of
too.
just keep they
Yeah.
keep coming back to each other. Like we
Yeah.
all know each other's abilities. We're
Mhm.
just coming back with something new every time.
Yeah.
So,
And then my fourth fight is also it's the first Naruto and Sasuke fight.
I would say
blowout.
combine them to one.
You really?
Yeah.
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 I mean,
so I'm saying like
Yeah.
they kind of all have like a almost a continued like flow.
yeah, I know, but like I don't know, I get it because they do callbacks to that first fight and that final one, but like I don't know, I still consider them separate. That's just gonna so you
Okay.
guys can have your own, but I'm still gonna
Alright.
count those individually.
Okay.
And then the fifth one for me was the fight with Kakashi and Obito.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was sick as fuck.
Yeah, just like the emotional impact. Like you see like they're literally like doing the same fucking fight that they did whenever they were like training back in the day, and just the mix of like the flashbacks to like back to current reality and shit. How everything was just connecting. Like the choreography of the fight was
Yeah,
fucking
choreography
sick.
is always sick.
That fight was huge, and then of course they have that fucking sad violin song playing in the background. You're just like, God damn, I'm trying so hard just to not be emotional.
Don't cry.
Like,
Don't cry.
What I love about the final Naruto Sasuke fight is that there's no music.
Oh yeah,
It's just straight up.
Just
It's fighting.
yep.
It is
Yeah,
fighting.
just straight
It,
up duking it out.
and like the whole like you get this it flashes all the way to their kid and then it keeps on growing
Yeah.
to like their like the next fight and like,
Mhm.
that's why I said it's like it seems one connected fight because you kind of see they mirror each other in every fight that they are doing shit that you've seen. You're like, oh yeah, that was when they were doing that.
Yeah.
That move is when this guy was thinking this way, and I'm like, oh, that is a masterful fight. No music too, so nothing to distract you, like you said. I'm like, yes, just focus on the choreography. Thank God for that.
All right,
You're
I guess if I had to add another one, then I don't know where I'd place it, but it'd probably be the fight with Naruto and Orochimaru. Then when he like loses his shit.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I can see with
Oh
that.
my
How
god,
about yours?
I'm good.
So, immediately comes to mind Gara versus Rock Lee, because man.
Nice.
Like that blew me away. I was like, "There's no fucking way. How is this dude not used more? This is literally one of the coolest fights ever." There, I'd say Naruto versus Pain fight.
You have to.
You have to,
Yeah.
because Pain.
It's like not just Naruto, but one of like the greatest anime fights.
Yeah.
Period.
Everything about that fight
It's
is
just
almost
so
perfect.
good. Yeah.
God, it really was. Itachi versus Sasuke, because Kirin,
Yeah.
motherfucker, you're like, what?
Yeah, that shit was so
Literally
sick.
the heavens. You're like, thunder,
That
motherfucker.
was badass.
God, that was the of course continued Naruto versus Sasuke fight throughout the whole series that they keep having. Like,
Mhm.
it's kind of insane.
So that's what, 4?
Yeah, and then like, man, I have so many different honorable mentions, kind of thing. You're like,
Bring him out, man.
Yeah.
so like there is the Shikamaru versus Hidan fight,
Yes.
Yeah.
which
Yes,
was
that's fucking great.
baller,
Yes.
Yes.
baller fight.
Another-
One of my
another-
favorite things because it's revenge and revenge only.
Revenge
Coming
only.
from a good guy.
Yeah.
It's so like justified, you know. Like,
Especially that moment whenever like he's
Yeah,
trying to light
dude.
the lighter, and then Asuma comes next to him, and
Oh,
sorry about that, some recording.
Sorry about that, technical difficulties. But we were just talking about this Shikamaru versus Hidan
yeah,
fight.
yeah. I like right. Yeah, my storage space got filled up. But I think like you're just bringing up Idan, and then I was talking about like how like that moment was so fucking emotional because it's like it cut off right to the point where I was talking about like where he like where he's trying to light his Asuma's lighter and he can't light it, and then Asuma's like spear comes up behind him and like lights it for him.
That was
He's
a
like, "You can-"
tearjerker moment. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my
and
God.
what he says to him too, right before he lights his ass on fire, when he's like, I don't give a shit about your god. I'm your god.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're gonna stay in this hole
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, that was fucking dope.
That was pretty cool. And then I think I was mentioning was it the Naruto versus Neji fight?
Oh,
Yeah.
you did.
That's where it cut off, I think.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Naruto versus Neji, where Naruto, that was the first time he got acknowledged by everybody. It
Yeah.
finally
The whole
turned.
stadium is
He
cheering for
he
his
finally started
victory.
becoming the hero. You're like,
Uh-huh.
oh, this guy is really
Mhm.
really good. He started from the big. I remember when he was just like a punk. He was causing trouble. He was doing this and that, and now he's beaten the top dude who was
Yeah.
like more or less like on the same level as Sasuke. Kind of like, oh, he's. I was gonna say he was the first one to become Jonin, but you were saying it was actually
It was Shikamaru.
Shikamaru.
Yeah.
That was.
He's the only one that passed the exams.
Shikamaru?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they're like so impressed with how he fought
Yeah.
and everything, which was a good
Tactical
fight
genius. Yeah, in its own
too.
way.
When he fought
Yeah.
against Tamari, and he
Mhm.
was doing, and he had to use shadows and everything, and it was such a trickery. This is why I love Naruto.
I kind of forgot that fight.
Which is why it's just one of those things I like about Naruto, because it's like choreography is good, powers are superpowers are awesome, but it's the strategy.
Yeah.
It's the strategy that they come up with to how and they enact that problem. Like, all right, it's my limitations. How do I get around this
Yeah.
to defeat this person?
Yeah.
And that whole fight he had where he just everything he could do to increase the shadows, anything he could throw up in the sky, and I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
he ties his fucking jacket to his kunai knife and
Yo,
turns it into a balloon
right?
to extend his shadow behind what's her name? The chick with the fan.
Tamari.
Tamari, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like the thing that I like about Shikamaru's fights is they're never huge or flashy, but they're always so like smart.
Yeah, they're really
Yeah,
smart.
that's what makes him so unique. Like I fucking love Shikamaru,
Same,
man. He's such a
He's
great
actually,
character.
He's one of my favorite characters too.
Yeah.
Honorable mention. I'm still going through honorable mentions because I'm like, I don't know for a fifth one what I could really choose because there's just so many that almost are the same. Like, all right, these are really good. Like, it's the only time that I ever liked a fight that had Sakura in it, but the 100 versus 10 versus 100 puppets,
Oh yeah.
the puppet versus
yeah.
puppet battle, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's kind of wild. You got 10
Yeah.
badass puppets, and then you got 100 puppets.
I like the way it ends when what's the villain, the Katsuki guy's name?
Sorcery.
Sorcery, right?
Yeah.
Like how he dies with his
His parents.
Yeah,
Voiced
I thought
by
that was fucking sick.
Johnny Young Bosch.
Who's that?
Ichigo, all the one of the most famous like anime
We're not
voice
talking about that
actors.
trash anime, bro. Talking about Naruto.
You hate, but you know you love it.
No, I mean it
Okay.
had its moments, but like it's funny. Him and I were just talking in the car yesterday. We were going to the store, and like I watched all of Bleach to tell you that it still sucks.
It's not done,
'Cause
so you
it's-
haven't.
I mean, it is. Isn't it done? Or
Not yet.
did they?
They're still
Because I
going.
know they have like the new season on Hulu.
Still at
I
it.
figured they might have finished it because you were saying it's like a pretty short arc. It's pretty like
Yeah,
it's to the point.
It's kind of short one, yeah. But I don't know. They
Do
use
need
it to explain and do
I
everything.
watched like 2 or 3 episodes of it, and I was like, okay, this is much better than what I was watching. But because like the animation quality and everything was just up, and I do appreciate that I did struggle through the anime, and so I get the references and stuff, and I'm like, okay, they even play the theme song
Of course.
in the first episode, and I'm like, all right, yeah, okay, I'm kind of feeling it.
One of the more baller theme songs. For
But
every character.
it was still like 4 or 5 months of me struggling trying to get through that fucking series, man. I just can't. It has cool things about it, but overall, I just don't like Bleach. I've tried.
See, but everything
like,
you've
my
told
fav-
me
my
about what
favorite-
you hate about it is like, oh, you mean the filler stuff that's not canon? I see. I see.
It's all
Okay.
dude, Bleach is all fucking filler, man.
A lot of
It's-
animes are
it's-
filler.
no,
it doesn't.
no. Bleach is like
We're
the
talking about
epitome
Naruto.
of
You're
filler.
telling me there's not.
Naruto has filler, but the thing is that Naruto's story is just so much better than Bleach. Naruto is just as a concept, Naruto is just more interesting. I mean, yes, Soul Society and the Reapers is cool, but like I don't like Ichigo as a character. I mean, his personality is fine, but as far as he's just a cop out, man. He gets like the powers, so he's a human that has the power of a Soul Reaver. That's like also like fucking part Hollow. He's part fucking Quincy. He just has everything in it, and you know why? Plot armor, because It's like, oh, he's the main character,
Okay,
so we're just
okay,
gonna give him
but
everything.
they build that bullshit plot shit happens in every anime, even in Naruto, because a lot of those villains shouldn't have actually lost. They lost to talk no jutsu, where you talk them the fuck down. You talk them the hell down, like Pain. You're literally telling me Pain would be defeated if he didn't get talked down.
Okay, wait,
Talk-
that's
talk
actually a good
no jutsu.
point. Because I was talking with him about it. Do you think if Naruto could have killed Pain, Nagato actually,
That
if Naruto could have killed Nagato,
yeah,
I think so too.
yeah.
I think so too.
Maybe, but I do think the whole village would have been destroyed in the process.
Yeah. Because he already just
The whole village was destroyed.
Yeah.
It was, but then like they managed to like kind of save everyone. So like, all we need to do is rebuild.
Yeah. If
But the thing is, dude, the village was turned into a fucking crater. It
Yeah,
was just
no,
no,
that's
it would have stood that way.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
yeah, okay.
with the way he rolls, if like, cause he was like, I'm aiming to get this guy, not kill him. If he's just on the warpath, he's not trying to do a mix. He's just trying to destroy. You're telling me he can't be stopped. He can't be stopped. He has Konan protecting him, his actual body, which he can use his jutsus on his original body anyways. The only reason he doesn't is because it's more convenient to have puppets that won't die, dead corpse puppets that won't die.
Yeah, but I still think Naruto could have beaten him because, dude, he has the fucking power of the Nine Tails.
More. Yeah.
Like it's
And
just
Sage.
and Sage. Yeah, true.
True. Okay. Yeah. I'm saying like he would have definitely. I think he would have won in the end, but like, it's like that ending the way he lost. It was like, okay, it's for plot.
You know, like
I
you-
kind of liked it. It was different.
I liked it because
True.
they were
different.
both Jiraiya Sensei's
Right.
students.
So there was a
And-
lot more meaning in it.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, I guess.
same
Nah,
with
he
that.
still could have won.
Same with
Dude,
Orochimaru.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Like, technically, that whole there was not even a big fight with Orochimaru when Sasuke took him down, and he's like, okay, but he does keep coming back because
But he doesn't really do anything.
But doesn't
after
really
that.
do
Fucking
anything.
snake. He always keeps coming.
The only
snakes always come
actual,
back.
the only legitimate battle that he kind of has was with like the third Hokage initially, and then like Naruto when he had
the three
those,
Sannin.
and then the 3 Sannin, basically like that. That is it, and it's great, but like you never kind of take him down. You kind of just like, all right, we need to move along this plot, so let's push it. Same with Madara. Madara was on top of it. He won. There was no way he could have gone down, and like, gotcha, bitch. At the from behind, like, wait, no.
I really wish after they defeated Kagura that Madara would have came back, like, and not. It came back like full force though, not just.
Madara should have been the true final boss.
I think so too. They should have kept Kagura for Boruto.
She shouldn't have even existed. Just
So that's what I'm saying. Like you can't get away from that kind of silly nonsense from in anime. It's you try to reduce it as much as you can, but it's there is this in everything. You just gotta like kind of move around
it's
it.
entertainment. It's just,
You just gotta find a way around it. That's why I don't think the problems you have with Bleach are problems that need to be are like problems that legitimately are with the series more than on like the silly bullshit that anime always has.
Yeah. But my only problem with Naruto as a series is honestly just the fucking Kaguya arc. I just feel like she was just such a shoo-in. And like, because I remember like when you first started watching it, I was like, I wonder if you're gonna have the same opinion of me, because you liked it.
Yeah,
you and I, I was saying I didn't like it, and you're like, no, it fits, I like it, and I was like,
For what?
I don't know, yeah. And I was like, oh, I wanted to wait to see your opinion, and I'm glad you kind of shared the same thing with me, because I was like, this is such a shoo-in, and it's like pointless.
Yeah, it fits like plot wise, but yeah, like I would have preferred.
But it doesn't though. That's the thing.
It does. I get it because
Like-
it explains the whole existence of ninjutsu, of how ninjutsu came,
Which is
and
what
the whole
which
point
is
of the
nice.
Twin Tails. Right?
Yeah, it
Which
just
I get it, but just the way they shoehorned it in,
Exactly.
it just totally like, wait, what?
It could have been its own arc after Madara was defeated. they're gonna like, oh, they found out about this,
Or
and then
like
you're
he
like,
said, could just saved it for fucking Boruto.
or saved
Yeah.
it for Boruto because
they
it
do
seems
have
like
that-
that's
they
what
do
they
have that
mainly
shit.
deal with is their
Yeah.
Moon Clan shit, which is a whole other thing.
Speaking of, are you
I
gonna?
am gonna watch it.
You are gonna be watching
I'm gonna
it.
try it. Like everyone says,
Enjoy
but
it.
I gotta see it. For myself.
I am going to probably try rewatching it. I remember back when I was, because like I watched Boruto like when it was like coming out weekly, and fuck man, it's just so slow and there's not a whole lot going on. It has a hardcore like it has like a really long like student arc, I guess. It focuses so much on that, like arguably like way more than Naruto does. And like I stopped literally. They got to a point where like the best fight didn't even involve Boruto. It involved like Naruto and Sasuke, and which like I'm not gonna say anything else because you're gonna watch it. But then I'm like, oh, okay, here we go, we're picking up, and nope, we're back, we're back to this bullshit.
I don't
And
even like the design of it.
and I
I've
just
seen
like fell off
pictures
of
of
it.
it, like the design of the characters, like the animation. It just looks fucking.
The Okay, I don't want to say too much, but the animation with the fight with Naruto and Sasuke was it was so fucking good.
Really?
Yes, it was fucking awesome. I would say it was like even better than like the fight animation in Naruto.
Oh wow.
Yeah, if they like put their mind to it. I'm kind of curious about like how hard that they're gonna go with it because it does have potential, but like it just has so much like just filler essentially to it, and that's why I just kind of fell off it because I was like, man, I'm not watching this like week to week, just for months and potentially years of just nothing happening.
I just don't think Naruto had to continue like
It
more
didn't.
fast.
Yeah, it
Like,
honestly
it
didn't.
wrapped up kind of perfectly.
Yeah.
You basically faced a god of
Yeah.
all chakra kind of thing. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay, what more can we go through? I mean, I guess there's the Moon Clan, but you're just like, this is the basis for everything in this show. This chakra is the basis for all that of everything in this show. This is the origin of it.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna go beyond that? I mean, you can go make a new
Do,
story,
do,
but
do you think they're gonna go Dragon Ball route, meaning like other planets?
I feel like that's kind of where it seems like it might be heading, kind of
That's-
thing, where you're
that's
like, oh, it's
stupid.
doing this and
It
that.
does sound stupid.
That's
Because
just
there's
stupid.
already a
Because
Moon
there's
Clan.
ninjas.
Yeah.
Because there is a moon
Space ninjas.
Space
ninjas. Because there's already a Moon Clan.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Because Dragon Ball, it fits Dragon Ball, right? And going to other planets because
I mean,
fucking Goku is an alien.
he's an alien.
basically,
Yeah, it's from the very start. It's implied. He's from a different world.
Yeah, so that makes sense there. But for Naruto, it's like it's a little bit more grounded.
it's true.
You know?
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, and that was like whole, but that's all. I guess getting back. That's like all collection of like stuff that I would put in 5 for like my fifth top 5 for anime or for this show.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your top 5?
Yeah. Holy shit! I forgot we were even talking about that. We went on a tangent.
No, I
Yeah,
know.
what's your
I
5?
brought it back. I brought it back.
Wait, what was
Nice.
your top 5?
So top 5.
What was your 5th one?
So I guess if I had to personally pick one though, it would have to be the Shoji fight.
Really?
Shoji versus one of those
In the
fucking
forest?
in the forest because this character was a character of like, oh, he has his thing, he has his gimmick, whatever, and then he actually becomes like, I'm using some cool ass shit.
I don't like Choji.
I don't like Choji either.
Like, yeah, like
a
he
little
doesn't.
pussy.
Like he for the like that's what I'm saying. Like he for the most part like does he always whines. He's like not doing a whole lot, and that was his moment to shine. And I thought they would do like build off of that. Like okay, that's where we go.
Yeah.
Do that stuff. Then convert all your like all your I guess fat cells into like pure raw power. That's wild. Do that, but they didn't.
I don't
Another
know,
character
man.
that got waylaid.
You know Choji's whole arc is at the very end. He's like, "I'm a beautiful butterfly."
Dude, he is like dude, from what, that
Yeah.
Ant Life?
Bug's Life.
Bugs Life?
Oh yeah, Heimlich.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I don't
my
like
top
Choji at
5
all.
My top 5 would be, not in order, would be the Third Hokage versus Orochimaru.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that's literally when I was like, oh, like I'm invested because this is like one of those badass fights. When the forest comes in, fucking the third Hokage shoots out like 5 different nature
Pretty much uses
jutsus.
all 5. Like,
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
Mm-hmm.
Itachi vs Sasuke, that one's just classic. It's literally like the twist of the whole show. It was right there.
well, it was the like one of the 2 main characters like
Yeah.
driving force the battle. He came like built this whole time towards going
Yeah,
towards like,
exactly. It got built up so much,
and it delivered.
and it fucking delivered.
Mm-hmm.
Pain. Yeah, I have to include Pain in there because it was just a classic. Everything about that fight is perfect. The moment when Naruto comes in,
Even him
in the-
coming in
in
and
the
destroying
stage
Yeah.
mode, the cape, Toad on top of a Toad,
like a
on top of
superhero,
Toad.
like I'm a yeah.
Yeah.
There's that, and
Yeah.
then him coming in like, boom! I killed one Pain. Where's up?
Yeah,
Where's
exactly.
everyone else?
What's up? And then the fact that he uses his clones to gather sage energy so that he has reserves, I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
fucking cool.
That's so
That's actually
genius.
really
So I'm
smart.
like, this
Yeah.
is how you use this
Yeah.
goddamn jutsu.
And then-
Suya.
Yeah.
Suya.
And when
Hype as
Pain
shit.
kills Hinata and Naruto, just his eyes just go woof, like
Oh yeah, you hear the heartbeat and
yeah.
shit.
And that's
yeah.
the first time when Minato, right? When he finds out Minato is his dad.
Oh yeah, Minato.
Minato,
Yeah, when he's about to get the ninth tail, his father's seal kicks in and shit like that. And it's such a fucking cool moment too, because like he literally the first thing he does, he just punches the shit out of him.
Yeah, I that almost brought me to tears.
was like-
I'm not even lying because I don't really know my dad that well, so I was like everything that Naruto was saying to his dad, I was like, damn, like I don't know.
Why'd you do
Yeah.
this to me?
I'm
like, you know how much I've
feel
suffered?
right now. I'm happy but sad. and
These are like
mad.
words that like I felt like I needed
Yeah,
to hear.
dude, it was just like damn. I was like that one was a heart jerker.
Ooh. Ooh, that
So yeah, so Sasuke, Itachi, Pain, third Hokage fight. I had to put Naruto and Sasuke up there. Both of them into one. And my fifth one.
Like, there's a lot of good ones, right?
A lot of good ones.
How do you? God, how would you choose?
I would have to say Madara.
Madara versus.
His first introduction when he first comes out.
Yeah.
Bro, he just kicks ass, drops 2 meteors. So, oh, you guys thought I was done?
I know he drops 1 meteor, and you're like, oh fuck, that's like that other guy, and you're like, oh, well, that's cute. Here's a second one, motherfucker. He's like, what the fuck?
Dude literally fends off the entire population of the whole planet. and then like with like a swipe, and then
On
just
his
kind
own.
of just
He really
dusts
does.
off his fucking
Yeah.
shoulder
And he's like,
pads.
I'm not even like worried.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had to put Madara up there.
He's like the epitome of like, this isn't even my final form, bitch.
Literally.
Dude, right? I just
Yeah.
like this is so unfair. This guy's so unfair. He's not even revealed his final form and doing all this other stuff, and he's still like dropping meteors.
Honorable mention is Obito versus Kakashi. Because everything about that was fucking sick.
That was another good one where they're just straight teleporting shit
Yeah.
here and there. I'm like, that's
And I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool how Kakashi finds out how to hurt him. Right?
oh, dude,
That
yeah.
when Obito is phasing, that's
When he's weak.
that's when Kakashi can hurt him with his
With his
Kamui.
Kamui. Yeah.
And I fucking knew it. I called it. I called it. And it was Obito. And I was like, when Kakashi first used Kamui, right? I didn't really think anything of it. But then when we first got introduced, when we were seeing more of Obito, and I was just like, wait, like they both have the same ability. So and then they one's in one eye, the other one's in the other eye, and then I was just like.
I was like, will he catch it? Cause him like he just like sees the eye, that eye hole, and he doesn't think anything of it. Like, oh, he just has the Sharingan, whatever. He's just using one eye. Wait, it's on the other side.
On the other side, they both have similar abilities.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was like, it has to be him. But also, fucking, even though it was a really short one, Obito versus Minato in the flashback.
Oh yeah.
I just thought it was cool. Another question that brings up, so that's in my top 5. But another question is, remember I was telling you guys that Naruto is doing a survey of which character to do a backstory on.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. I
Yeah.
think like the most voted was the third Hokage, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was already decided.
you-
Well, so that's
yeah.
my question.
Yeah.
Which character would you guys want more backstory on? Like
Yeah.
a novel on him. Mine would be Minato.
Minato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even though it shows some, we don't really know a lot of what he did.
Mm-hmm.
That would be
And
pretty
he's
cool.
fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. That's a fuck, man. That's a tough one.
Third Hokage is dope too, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to see more of him. He seems like a badass.
Mhm.
Because we only see him in his old age.
You know what I also fucking appreciate about the third Hokage? Like, he kind of gave in to Jiraiya's perviness every once in a while. Because I remember one time Jiraiya's like, I have a fucking ninjutsu where I can turn myself invisible. I've never been caught once. And then the third Hokage's like, you might have to show me how that works one time. I have to do, for science. And shit like that. Oh, it's like, oh, you're a perv too, bro. I don't know, just
I
like
see
small
you.
things like
What
that.
he's doing? He's like,
just
I could use that.
Also, another honorable mention is Jiraiya versus Pain.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot that.
It's
That was
so sad.
legitimately a
That's so
So
fucking,
fucking sad.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
The
it had
whole
to happen.
history between Pain and Jiraiya, that whole thing. I teared up in the middle of telling that one too. I was
Yeah.
like, God damn it,
Yeah,
fucking
I know.
Jiraiya, you
I
son of a
know.
bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, and he fought for his life and still managed to leave behind a message. And when he was dying, was thinking about his next book.
That's
I was like,
that's the one
oh
that got me.
no,
Yeah.
oh
Falling in the
no.
ocean, and he's like, Naruto, that'll be the name of the next book.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh
Yeah.
shit, the
Yeah,
tail of
bro.
Naruto was in my like,
And the
oh
very next
fuck.
scene is when Naruto is going through the forest and Jiraiya's hand goes on him
Mm-hmm.
and he stops. I was like, oh,
He felt
My
that.
heart.
He felt
Yeah.
that. That's your fucking teacher.
yeah.
Holy shit.
I think I have to agree with you though. I think Minato is someone I'd want to have
Yeah.
the backstory.
You wouldn't do
for.
something like a Jiraiya?
Huh?
Well, I mean, technically, did
Well, I
Jiraiya.
mean, I originally said Jiraiya, but now I think about it, like I have Minato. Minato for sure.
I wouldn't mind seeing Orochimaru. He's gone up to a lot of things,
Yeah.
and then he comes back to Hidden Leaf like, I'm taking you down.
Yeah.
What the fuck was he up to?
And the fact that he's known as like he knows all the jutsus, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
Like, or he just keeps experimenting and trying to figure out how to obtain all of them on his own.
which one was a creepy motherfucker?
He was the
In
perfect
the
creepy villain.
Original Naruto, you'd find dungeons of all his experiments. You know, like, and he's always, he was cool. He would be dope.
Like, you could do endless stories of him experimenting on a particular bloodline jutsu that he's always like, I need to go figure out how I'm going to get this on me without having the bloodline kind of thing. And he's
He's such a piece of shit because he also like heavily manipulated Kimimaru too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Everyone
like
he came
he's-
across.
I
Yeah,
know,
everyone
but,
he
like,
used,
like,
everybody.
I know, but like I remember there's even like a scene with Kabuto because like Kimimaru is like he's dying from like a disease or something that he got, and Kabuto's even kind of edging him on. He's like, yeah, I mean, since you can no longer be his vessel, Orochimaru has chosen someone else, just like trying to like hurt him emotionally and shit. Because Kimimaru's whole sense of being for him being alive was just
Kabuto's
becoming
just a
next.
cuck. He kind of just talks like
yeah, I know. Kabuto was the ultimate cuck.
he just kind of talks that way.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
I was just like,
you don't get to be in his favor no more.
because
like,
Kimimaru wasn't exactly like a bad person
Yeah.
either. He's just another fucking just Orochimaru got another one, man.
that's another character I was like, I wish I saw more of because his abilities were badass. He is a bone
So
clan.
he was just pulled out randomly as like the trump card, and then it's like he's brought up one episode, then it's like okay, 2 episodes later he appears, has the fight with Rock Lee, Gaara pops up, and then like he doesn't even get beat. Like he fucking succumbs to whatever he was like dealing with, which is never really explained. It was just like, oh, yep, you have something, it's gonna kill you. We don't really know what it was. And Gaara doesn't even fucking beat him. Gaara probably would have fucking lost that fight because he was just so fucking merciless. But like his disease or whatever took him over and got him
Sasuke would
first.
have lost to Itachi if he wasn't sick. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
If he
yeah.
wasn't sick.
Itachi? If he wasn't Itachi, wasn't dying.
Nah, Sasuke would have lost if Itachi
That's what I'm saying.
wanted
That's,
to kill him.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
well,
Well,
still.
Itachi never wanted.
Well, that's what I'm
Kill
saying,
him.
but I don't think
Yeah.
Itachi lost because of his sickness.
Yeah.
Like he purposely lost.
Yeah.
Well, remember, because he was like, maybe you'll have a chance to kill me since I'm like almost dying. My sight's failing. Remember, like several times his sight kept failing him.
Yeah.
So he barely eked out the supposed that he was going to win. Like it came, or at least it became a lot closer because Sasuke did. If he was like healthy, no chance, no chance, no chance at all.
Yeah.
There's no one that
Dude,
comes
that
close.
whole fight is so sick. Like, like when in the beginning of it, right, when Sasuke first confronts him, Itachi's whole like maniacal fucking Sasuke, are you ready? Your whole life is for me to take your eyes, and you know, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
speech he gives him. I was like, oh god, that's creepy.
But the whole time he's just literally just pushing Sasuke.
Yeah.
Just to be the best that he can.
Dude, like
just-
that's
it's
one of my
crazy.
favorite interactions was when when you initially see him interact with each other. He's like, "You don't have enough hate in your heart, and you know what?
yeah.
You never will."
Well,
I was like,
He
"Oh,
knows
that
best.
shit had shivers down my spine." Like, "Oh shit!"
and he was right. Still stands true to the very end.
I was just like
Yeah.
putting him down completely. You're like,
Yeah.
"You're not good enough."
I think that is the point where Sasuke was like, all right, I need to do something.
Yeah, I need to change
need
something
to-
in my
yeah,
life
yeah.
that then this is not working.
Yeah.
I wanna like we probably need to be wrapping this up soon, but I do want to bring up like one more moment, kind of like similar to like Naruto meeting his Minato, but like whenever he meets his fucking mom,
Ooh.
like that moment
Yeah.
too was just like because you get the flashbacks and it's like holy shit, Naruto is his fucking mother. They have the
Yeah.
same personality
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, he just looks like his father, kind of thing.
And he's like crying. He's like, "Wow, I didn't expect her to be so beautiful. I didn't expect her to have fucking red hair." I was like, "Holy shit!"
Well, I mean,
Like-
I that's another thing I wanted to like more information on is the Uzumaki
The
clan.
Uzumaki clan, yeah.
Because
Right.
there was like what Jugo was part of it, Karin was part of it, Naruto was part of it. I'm like all these people.
Jugo is part of it?
That's where the seal that curse seal is some derivative of the sealing jutsus of the
that makes
Uzumaki
sense.
clan.
I never knew he was part. That makes
That
sense. Though.
yeah, that's why he has that.
Dude, fuck having more character, more information on like a specific character. I want more fucking information on the Uzumaki clan in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah, if they're all
like-
a bunch of people
yeah,
who have
you're right.
sealing jutsus, I'm like, what can you do? You
And they're
can
gone.
And
they're gone,
Right?
yeah.
They're gone.
As far as we
What
know,
happened to them? Does
They
it ever
don't. They
say?
don't. They don't really ever say.
I don't really say.
Yeah.
All we know is that
out.
like was
We
it
don't know.
huh?
Oh well, actually, what's Naruto's mom name?
Kishina or something?
Kushina.
Something like that. Yeah.
So when they're explaining her backstory, right? Like she says something about her clan being wiped out, and that's why she came into Konoha. But because she's
didn't
outsider,
Minato saved her or something like that? Didn't he?
Who?
Minato. He saved her. I thought at one point.
I don't think it
No?
was Minato because they were both the same age.
Were they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like, Kushina was a kid when she first, but because she was an outsider, she
Mm.
got picked on, right?
Right, but then like
okay,
I thought he helped her out kind of thing.
No, he did help her out, but I'm saying like she explained how she first got into the Konoha
Oh,
village.
sure.
It's something about her clan being wiped out,
Yeah.
but it never explains how or by who.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know anything about these guys. They are like sealing jutsu masters. Like the Reaper Death Seal comes from them, and like all these jutsus come from them. Like, where is these people? They are like, we need these people because we need more sealing jutsu shit.
Yeah.
Because that stops a lot of things.
I was thinking about getting it as a tattoo. It's the Reaper Death Seal.
Reaper Death
That'd be so
Seal.
sick.
That'd be badass.
So, overall, out of 10, what would you rate the
I would
series?
say 9.
A 9?
Yeah, 9. The only reason why it's not perfect is because
Kaguya arc.
Kaguya arc will also
that bitch
just,
ruins everything.
It's just the shelving of the side characters.
Yeah.
But I guess that's me nitpicking and wanting more of the world, right?
Yeah.
But it is, so I'd say 9.
Yeah.
It's only because we have like other examples of it successfully working, where someone like say like a My Hero, where almost every character is built
true.
upon, and we know at least more of what they're going through or their progress, which is very hard to keep track of. And I can understand in Naruto they're like, we don't really want to do that right
Yeah.
now. We want to focus on the story.
Yeah.
So
I also would give it a 9. I agree with you. Just for like the exact reasons that you said. Yeah. What about you?
yeah. It Yeah, I think 9.
A 9.
9
Yeah.
strictly for Kaguya.
But a very solid, like very positive
Yeah,
9.
I was like
you
a
know?
9.9.
9.9.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like close to
Yeah.
perfection, but
Nah,
there
those-
are stuff in
Those
there that I
point
don't
that
like.
point 9 got taken
The
off by the
highest
side characters in
the highest
Kaguya.
9
Okay,
possible.
All right.
Because
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
give you points because all these characters that I love don't get used at all anymore. Kaguya was like a random. I mean, not random, but like so disjarring how quickly that ramped up.
Dude, I was so pissed off. Well, not even pissed off, but I was just like, yeah, jarring, like you said, because literally Madara won. Madara
Yeah.
1 was at the prime of his fucking level, and then all of a sudden he gets backstabbed. I'm like, what? And it felt like I was watching a completely different show. Like,
And then we started going on their back, so I'm like, I don't know if I care though. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it, but I don't know I
Yeah.
care. And then their whole battle with they're switching dimensions, like this doesn't even seem it's almost the same kind of show anymore.
Exactly.
Madara's death is the equivalent of Joel getting beaten to death by a golf club in Last of Us Part 2.
Honestly, yeah.
It's such
I
it's
can
like
see
it's like
that.
it's like this how Madara dies.
Yeah.
Like the god himself.
Exactly, yeah.
Like fuck the god of the world. He's probably like the fucking god of the universe, man, on his level, man. It's just
I
nuts.
mean, yeah. Although I wonder what would
It's
happen.
the entire time like you're just a pawn. It's like
I mean, there was one person who was able to box
What?
with him though. The first Hokage, Hashirama.
Yeah.
Dude legit had say they didn't even go into that sage wood sage. I'm like, so there's a sage things for plants and stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Because even Kabuto, he all of a sudden turned to a sage of snakes.
Right, because
He was a snake sage.
and that's why
Which I didn't understand.
Which-
I didn't really understand.
well, because Orochimaru was the snake stage.
which is
And
crazy
you
because
got
that mean like
Orochimaru's-
from the beginning as a child his eyes looked like that, so he always had sage powers.
Oh, Orochimaru?
Yeah, because I'm like, oh shit, so he was just naturally like
naturally gifted.
naturally gifted in
Yeah.
that way. And you're like, I'm just like naturally I have sage power, or and it didn't seem like he used it, but like he just had those types of things. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's fucking unfair. But I guess so, yeah.
You guys want to wrap it up?
Yeah. On our next podcast, I think we're gonna be talking about Attack on Titan, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Because I'm all caught up. He's all caught up. I haven't
Almost.
read the manga. I refuse to read the manga. I've just been enjoying the anime itself.
read it, and when it's- and
we're
it's
waiting on the
finished.
final episode that's gonna be airing next fall. You've read the manga.
And it's finished, and,
And
I think
I'm
it's good.
almost
Anthony's
caught
with
up.
yeah, Anthony, you're with me where you haven't
Yeah.
read the manga, you're just watching the show.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna be finishing that like really soon today, and
Real
I'm so
soon,
so excited to like
To be honest.
delve into that today. I'm done.
Probably not today.
Yeah. Okay.
But I do plan on finishing it, and then I also plan on rewatching the whole thing before the final episode. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also like you need to start playing more Octopath because I want to talk to you about that fucking game because I'm just about done with it, and you're finally getting everyone's chapter 1s complete. Like you got some grinding to do, man.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of shit to do.
Yeah, but if you made it into the end, guys, thank you for watching. It's Titus,
Thank
Dylan,
you,
Anthony,
See you guys.
and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace out.
Awesome.
Later.